Hello, this is Mark Holmes, the editorial director of Via Satellite, and we're back for one of our infamous Thursday morning conversations. And this time we go all the way to Spain to talk to a good friend of Via Satellite and someone who I've seen at many satellite events down the years, Alvaro Sanchez, the CEO of Integrisys. Alvaro, firstly, welcome, and how are you?
I'm very good, Mark. Thank you very much for having us. It's a pleasure to be in this exciting breakfast, and it's here is fine. I'm feeling very well and very positive indeed. So looking at the world in a very nice way, I would say.
Excellent. Now I know that you've had we've often talked about with people in the Thursday morning conversation about life changing through the pandemic, but you yourself have actually had COVID. What was that like? Can you just tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yes, actually, I do like classic cars. I have a painting over there, sometimes you need to do hobbies, and I think that I went to Kirsten Coffee or something like that, and got infected with COVID. The thing is that my wife is pregnant with our first child, that it's a boy, and I'm very excited about it. But also, I was very worried about spreading the virus to her. So as soon as I knew that I had the virus, I locked down in the room. During 2 weeks, I was with very high fever until I didn't have enough air in the lungs. So I decided to go to the hospital. Lucky to me, it was a very nice private hospital, and they treat me very well. So as soon as I got to the hospital, they took care of me, put me for a week and a few days resting with oxygen. That helped me a lot because I didn't have a lot of oxygen in my blood. And I consider myself lucky, and I consider myself healthy normally. But in this case, it did affect me very much. So during this process, especially in the hospital, that nobody can go or bring you anything, I just had my cell phone and a charger, and I had a lot of time to think what is really important in life. And to me, I discover and remember how important is family and how important is friends. So it encouraged me to write a lot of my friends, saying how important was my friendship with them as well as with my family. So it brought me emotions, and it brought me very good feelings. And to be honest, as my wife was negative and never got the COVID, it was one of the best experiences of 2020. So it was not bad. It was actually good. So because it made me be stressed. The hospital was more like an spa hotel or something like this, and they cooked very well. The nurses were very nice, and I felt very welcome and treated. And also, I was feeling very well. I don't know if I was high with the oxygen, but I was feeling excellent. So, and when I recovered, I came back home and started life again, and I'm very happy for that.
Well, I think on behalf of all the satellite community, we're delighted that you made a full recovery. And, I think it's interesting. I think a lot of people have had, when we've done these conversations, have said something similar that, they've stopped, going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it gave them an opportunity to spend more time, because we're not on aeroplanes, we're not going to big satellite events, and we've had more time with family than ever before. So really pleased that you're healthy. How is your wife doing?
Very good. Actually, my wife is very happy because we had the lockdown. Thanks to that, she's pregnant. So, well, let's say that it was productive. I used to travel a couple of years back, three weeks a month. That was very difficult to be at the right time. So right now it was it was very convenient for us. And she is very well. She is very happy, and she's 6 months pregnant, so she has a big belly now.
So the baby is due, is it early next year?
It is February, yes. They told us between Feb 16th and 13th. So I usually say St. Valentine's. That is a nice date, but yeah.
Well, fingers crossed. We'll definitely wish you and your wife all the best. We've also taken the opportunity during these conversations to find out a little bit more about people's hobbies and interests away from satellite. We all have lives outside of satellite. So one of the things we often ask is about sort of movies and TV and things that you've enjoyed watching, you and your wife maybe have enjoyed watching. So Alvaro, what's any recommendations, any dramas or movies that you've enjoyed watching during lockdown?
So I usually watch this kind of times Le Mans from Steve McQueen, and I also saw Bullet from when I was in the lockdown. But we have been looking at in Netflix and Amazon few of the movie, few of the series. That one is Game of Thrones, that is very, very popular, and few of them all. But right now, I cannot remember. Yeah, I tend to forget what I watch. Regarding hobbies, I just came back from holidays. That I tend to go to the south of Spain. That is very near to Gibraltar, where it's called Tarifa. I got married there. And also, I like kite surfing, and I used to like surfing, but now I don't paddle enough. So I moved to the kite. That is much easier and improve faster, and I enjoy very much that sport.
Excellent. Do you have your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. Oh, in the past it was Austin Powers. So right now, I would. I like also bank robberies movies. So, but some of them, the title is different from Spanish to English. So in that regard, right now, I'm not sure the title.
I too like to live dangerously, and that's a terrible Austin Powers impersonation. Are you a big music fan?
Sorry?
Are you a big music fan? A favorite band, artist? Who do you like to listen to?
So I really like Red Hot Chili Peppers. My pet is called Lee, that is from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we did go to one of the concerts in Madrid when they were here. And I also like Jack Johnson. That it's, let's say, a surfing. Surfing music, I would say.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some satellite stuff now. You know, I mean, it's been an interesting year for all of us. I mean, we always, you know, this is a very global industry, installations, projects going all over the world. What's been happening with Integrisys? Where are you as a business now, right now? And what have you got on deck coming up in 2021?
So COVID-19 pandemic just started when our wine tasting at Satellite started. So it was a little challenging because everybody wanted to get the flight and while drinking wine. So it was that time when I came back to Madrid from that trip. I had all the people working remotely, some of them without the accurate or the right resources to do that. So we decided that we needed to see how the market was going to adapt, and we did downsize a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. That and stop expanding our market budget. That we are now expanding again, and also we have hired quite a few people in this last months in every office, and we have people to join the company and vacancies in every office as well. So we are growing back again, but it made us a little more flexible and a little more dynamic. So it was very good. Additionally to that, we decided to focus on cloud systems, on very virtualized, and let's say make the Zoom of the satellite. So make tools to sell better, to communicate better with customers, to interact better, and to actually continue to do business. We are now doing all the installations remotely and free of charge, all the trainings remotely and free of charge. And we are doing multiple initiatives like an online store that customers can come and buy without actually talking to anybody, having Zooms with anybody, or it's a new world. So you need to adapt. And we have been adapting quite fast in order to grow. And we have managed to grow this year. So it is very, very challenging times for many people. But I believe that if you manage to adapt rapidly and look at where you should be in a month or so, it's working because now nobody knows what a month from now will be.
That must be quite challenging to install remotely and train remotely when you've not done them like that before. How has that been?
So it has been, let's say, a working process, and the first time you don't achieve 100% the virtualization of the system with the first customer, second customer you get there, and then installing, the first customer has a little less good experience, the next customer has a very nice experience, and we have been we have been supporting for long remotely. So that was already there, but installing the overall system within less than few hours, it has been new. So we have been required to get there and to hire people and to work more effectively. For example, we started working remotely, and then we decided to start working at the office again since July. So most of the people are encouraged to go to the office and work in the office because it makes us much more efficient than working at home, or that's what we have analyzed and understood. And we are taking all the care as nobody got sick when I did. So it means that we are doing something well.
And what about sort of, you know, in terms of sort of new technology? When you look, I mean, obviously the operator landscape is changing. We could see a small sat revolution. We might not. I mean, I think we were always talking about a revolution in our industry and waiting for it to happen. In terms of, you know, working with your customers next year, aside from sort of, you know, like the remote side of things and remote installations, remote training, you know, what sort of things are you going to look to bring to the community next year? What's on your technology roadmap?
So right now we are doing a project with European Space Agency that is an interference cancellator technology, and very cost effective and very nice, not only for military applications. And also we're already doing a very large marketing campaign about BEAM budget, that is a link budget, very tailor-made for the new constellations, the new type of antennas, and a very easy way to sell. It is built for salespeople to sell to their customers, and it is built for satellite capacity customers to know what they are buying and understand better what they should be asking and compare different providers very well in order to not confuse which is the right network to buy. So it's for both sides, and it is getting a lot of traction. It is our best sold product this year, and one of the customers that has adopted that we are very proud of is Chimera. we are a software company, and it is not very easy to sell software to a Bill Gates company. So we are very proud about that. And also, HughesNet is a very good customer that they do sell much more capacity, utilizing our tool with a lot of users, a lot of people accessing a cloud-based tool in order just to sell capacity and be more effective.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about budget as a product and the technology, and why you're so proud of it, and why you think it can really make a difference.
So right now, nobody knows how to do a link budget in LEO or in a MEO satellite. It depends on the time. When the satellite is 90 degrees or 60 degrees, or when there are multiple satellites, which one you choose. And it's very difficult to, let's say, make sure that you have a constant service. Also, with flat panel antennas is the same. They are flat. So it's not the same having the satellite here or here or here. So what we do is to calculate for all these new technologies in a very, very simple manner. So what we really like is to make what is very complex, that is a link budget with LEO or with flat panel antennas or with any new technology, very easy. So that's our key. We try to make satellite streamlined for everybody to adopt. So this way, satellite providers have a lot more customer base, new type of customers, new applications, and ideally, that's the thing to grow the industry. And everybody wants to grow this industry. So we are trying to be a key enabler for that.
Excellent. And just, where do you see the industry right now? I mean, we've had a lot of big news stories this year involving OneWeb, Intelsat, others, Speedcast. Do you think overall the industry is in good shape right now? I mean, considering what we've all been through, do you think it's been pretty resilient?
So I think that Intelsat is a good customer for us. I appreciate that, and we have not been affected by their Chapter 11. I think that some of the providers that have done Chapter 11 was not the same way as Intelsat did. I think that new investment from UK and from other parties, from Bill Gates to Chimera, will make the industry to grow, because if Bill Gates invests in Chimera has more money to invest in multiple systems and multiple capacities and multiple things in order to provide a better product or service, which is the very same thing as would be with OneWeb. So I think that the investment is critical to grow the industry. When I was in the hospital, I was all the time with the phone. So I also saw that in this situation, only telecoms and which is satellite and health will grow in the next future. So I really see that this industry growing. As better we do, we will grow more. So it will be a challenging environment for some service providers that cannot differentiate themselves with geo satellite operators. It will be a difficult challenge for LEO companies to close the business model and start providing service, as we have seen with OneWeb. But if you have the Elon Musk money or Jeff Bezos money, you might get there. So I'm excited about it, and I believe in LEO. And we're talking to most of the LEO constellation providers, as well as flat panel antenna manufacturers, as well as all this type of companies, in order to see what value can we bring with our softwares.
Excellent. I mean, we always end on a fun question.
Sure.
We sort of away from satellite. You said you were a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, so tell me your favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song. My favorite song, you mean? Yeah. Oh, Californication. I used to live in San Luis Obispo when I was 14, and which is in California, and I was there listening to a lot of music, and I was
At that time, you dream with that. So you are 14, you are young. This extends in time. So I enjoy that song, remembering about my teenage years.
Excellent. What a great way to end. Well, Alvaro, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. Obviously, we're delighted that you're healthy and made a full recovery. We wish you and your wife, obviously, all the best for the next 3 or 4 months, and we hope have a successful pregnancy. And we wish you and Integrasys and all your colleagues and friends all the best. Safety and health over the next few months. It's always been a pleasure working with you, and Integrasys is a great company and bringing a lot of great technology to market. So we wish you and everyone all the best, and we look forward to the day where we can see you again soon. So all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark.